Okay, so then let me go to Facebook. That takes a minute to go to Facebook because it wants to log in and verify who I am and that fun stuff. So just bear with me one moment as I get everything up and running.
I gotta move that higher.
All right, not on my timeline page, that page, go live. Okay. All right, well, welcome everyone. Happy Sunday.
Have a Sunday.
Ooh, the Eagles lost. Oh, well. It was a great game though.
It was a good game.
It was a great game, I will say that. Well, welcome everyone. We have a lot of new people that have joined the team this week, and it's really exciting. So I may repeat myself for the things that, you know, those of us who are joining on Zoom and on Facebook may or may not already know, but so apologize right now if I do repeat myself, but there are a lot of new people that I want to make sure that they get the information that you may already have that pertains to this brain balancing. So, so before we start, we have some company announcements, which are really great. So let me share my screen real quick. The first company announcement is the convention. The global convention dates were announced this week. They will be on Thursday, October 12th through Saturday, October 14th in Orlando, Florida. Early bird pricing is $199 a person up to May 31st. And then normal pricing goes up to $249. Virtual will be $79 and then $99 after May 31st. So I'm planning to go. I think it's going to be great. It's also right around the boy's birthday. Hopefully we can piggyback some other trips on that for our family. Another exciting thing that I wanted to share with everyone this week, LifeWave has given us a boost to get a bonus. So if you enroll a gold or a diamond within this week, so it's the 20th to the 26th, you're going to earn extra money on top of what you would normally already earn from those enrollments. You'll earn an extra $100 for a gold, an extra $300 for a diamond. There's also the breakdown in this image, and this is shared on the Patch and All Day group. I can also share it on the Facebook page group, so those of you that aren't on the team yet or whatever can also see it. It breaks down upgrading from the different levels up to a diamond or a gold. Let's see. I had a fantastic text that I woke up to this week, and I just want to share it with you. I did post it. I woke up to this text. I just want to tell you, I feel like a different person. It's a completely new feeling for me. Thank you so much for reaching out to me initially and beyond. So this is a client that I've been working with, a woman I've been working with who has been doing all the things you're supposed to do for getting healthy. She's really already dabbled in a lot of different frequency healings. One of them specifically being the Healy. And so when we first contacted each other, you know, talked about the LifeWave itself, she said, I want to give the Healy a little bit of time. I said, great. So I think about 2 months later, I reached out and like, well, how's the Healy? Because I was interested to hear her progress with that as well. And she said, it's good, but you know what? I think I'm ready to try this one. I said, great. And this was the text I got from her. I don't even think it's been a month, probably about 3 weeks. So that was awesome. All right. So let's get into it. Brain balancing. So brain balancing means that there's something imbalanced. If we're balancing something that needs to be, then your brain is imbalanced. So that the technical term for that is autonomic nervous system dysregulation. So basically what that means is the left side and the right side of your brain are not synchronized. they're not talking to each other like they should, like they need to be optimized for healing. So hold on. Whatever. So they're not synchronized. So what can cause a brain imbalance? So there are certain things in life and that we are exposed to that can cause these. Everything from cell phones, stress, stress over decades, or even just a short-term stress can cause your brain to have this imbalance. Electromagnetic radiation can cause it, cell phones, Wi-Fi, household toxins, MSG. What other things can cause it? If you had a fall or an injury at some point in your life, or a concussion or something, that could cause brain balance if it's not addressed. Environmental toxins, aspartame, artificial sweeteners, these are all things that can cause brain imbalances. So, then we kind of say, well, how do we know? How do you know what your symptoms are for brain balancing? So I think that the most important thing to know is that there are problems with healing. If you have chronic things that are just not healing and not getting better, and you have been patching, it's very likely that there is a brain imbalance going on. So this specific protocol we're going to talk about will help with that. So if you've got chronic pain, you don't dream when you sleep, low energy, anxiety, these are all symptoms of a brain imbalance. And really what we want to do is we want to balance that brain so that you can heal, so that your body does go back to self-healing, which is what we want. So I test myself. Megan, maybe you were the one that taught me this, but I test myself. I do my own self muscle testing with my finger, and I actually tested myself a little while ago, and I didn't fix my brain imbalance that's off right now, and I didn't fix it. So I hold my hand here, so my palm faces my left ear, and it might be backwards because of the cameras. And I hold up my right hand, and I push on my finger, and it doesn't flick. I then take my hand, not changing the palm, over to the other side, and my finger flicks when I push it. So on this side, it doesn't flick. As soon as I come over here, it flicks. So what that tells me is my right side is out. You can add another by putting your hand over your stomach and doing the same thing, and mine is not out. So my right side of my brain for my brain imbalancing is out. So I want to walk through with you on how to address this using Eon. So this is the Eon patch. And I simply take one. There's different spots to do. I'm going to go for the one that works best for me. And that's the triple warmer 17, which is right behind the right ear. So you would take this patch and place it behind your right ear. Drink water, have a nice big old glug of water, drink a glass of water, and wait and see how you feel. Now, if you're doing something and you want kind of that instant, if you do muscle testing and you do those things, then Megan, they can put it on, test, retest, and see how they're doing, right? And see if it holds. Well, how much time would you recommend for that?
You literally can probably test yourself right now.
I'll put it on because I'll just sleep with it on.
When I do it, I put the patch on, and it's generally about 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
I go back and I retest, holding strong with it still there. I take it off and I wait another 30 seconds to a minute and retest it to make sure it's still holding.
Okay. So my right side was off today.
So generally it holds.
So we'll go to test it again. Oh yeah, we're good now.
And now
and if it wasn't, that finger would flick just like it did the last time. So now I'm going to take it off and see if it holds, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to peel that nice sticky part off. You can also,
a lot of times I use tape, so I don't waste the sticky part.
Well, that's what I'm just going to wear this tonight to sleep anyway, because I didn't patch today. But normally what you can do is just put a piece of tape on the back. You don't have to peel the stickies off. You can just put a piece of tape on it. If you don't want to peel it all off. Oh, no, it didn't take.
Yep, so you just gotta put it back on.
Yep.
And
so-
that's what happens. So those who don't take,
Yep.
or those who take but then are in balance the next day, you can now explain to them the overnight
Right.
brain balancing steps.
Yes. So and really what it is it's a brain balancing protocol. And it's something that you want to do. Let me turn the, show the placement. Yep. So triple warmer. Hold on, give me 1 second. I think that I can do. Enter. I don't know how I can keep losing this one button, but it's the button that makes the person that's talking up front in it.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it's working or not because I just see you, Megan. So
I don't see you. So how
Nope.
many people do you have at? You got more
I
people?
have 4 on right here. Where participants, invite, video, stop, don't stop video.
All right, so I see 4 participants. Let me see.
Okay, but you don't see close, move to focus. The next window, bring all the, I don't know. If anybody's got any techie on this, I did have it and I used to do it. And look at what I get for taking a week off.
So I will tell you that the other ones are muted. They
Yes.
have themselves muted and their cameras blocked, so you can't see them.
That's fine. So this is right where you want to be. It's right behind your right earlobe. Can you see that okay, Melissa? So you want to come in right behind your right earlobe.
Yes.
And
And it's
place it right
almost
there.
like an indent. It's
Yes.
an indent.
Yep.
Like right where your occipital bone or whatever that jawbone is.
Mastoiditis bone.
Thank you.
Okay,
Your mastoid bone. So
thank
that's the
you.
bone right there that you want to place it right next to. So a couple other places that you can put it. GV 24.5 right here. I'll take this off. GV 24.5. This is where you can put it. And let's go into the protocol about it, Megan. So the whole brain balancing protocol kind of comes back to the fact that if someone isn't muscle testing, but they're not healing, then this is a protocol that you can recommend for them because it's going to help the balancing of the brain. So it would be to wear it at night, to wear it for at least 14 days. Typically people within that 1 to 14 days will feel the difference of having their brain back in balance, but wearing it at night in one of these locations. And you can even rotate the locations if you want. The reason I say at night is because one of the spots is GV 24.5, and not everybody wants to go out with a patch in the middle of their forehead. So on their third eye. So if you want to, you can, because they have wonderful headbands and all kinds of wonderful things now. So you can, maybe, if you want to. If you don't want to stick it right to your skin, you can tape it to the headband and then put it on. So this is one of the locations, GV 24.5, that they recommend for this balancing protocol. My favorite, again, was the triple warmer behind the ear. I find the most success with that. And it's easy to get to and it's discreet enough during the day. So the other one, if you take your patch, put a little tape on it, because you don't want to tape it to your hair unless you want to lose hair, because they are very sticky, is you take from your ears, you go up straight to the top of your head. So you can find the GV20, and then you take it and tape it to your headband and then put your headband on. Or put it on and then put your headband on to hold it into place, to sleep with it there at night. The other place to do with the headband would be GV16, right at the base of the skull. So those are 4 good points. The thymus was also recommended as a point where you could place it. If for some reason you don't feel that it's taking after 2 weeks, that you could try the thymus location, or you just need a location that's a little bit more discreet because you want to do it during the day. That's another option to have on the thymus during the day. But I would highly recommend at least triple warmer at night, 17 at night for 2 weeks, and really see how you feel. Track how you're feeling with all of this, because it's about 2 weeks, Meg, a month.
No, mine took literally overnight.
Yeah.
sleeping with it. My spot is back here, right in that occipital ridge.
Yep.
That worked the best for me. When I didn't stay, generally, if I'm off, I can kind of feel my body off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll test, it shows right up. I'll put it here. And once it corrects itself, I'm generally, that's it. I just do it real quick and I'm good to go. But that one time that I needed it, I just slept with it back here for the night and I was good.
And you just used the headband for it.
No, I stuck it on my right. I was able to get it to the skin and the hair.
All right. Brave girl. Well, you have a lot of hair anyway.
I got plenty. And I can only wait to have more, as one of the benefits is hair.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, mine's been a roller coaster with that, I'll tell you. I have so much new hair growth that when I blow dry my hair sticks on end right after I blow dry it. I mean, yeah.
Yep. I thought it was frizz. The hairdresser says, oh no, these are all new hairs.
Yeah. Thanks, X39. So, just to recap, all right, so brain imbalance can be caused by things such as environmental toxins, stress, EMF, household toxins, MSG, artificial sweeteners. There are many things that can cause our brain imbalance. And that brain imbalance is when the right side and the left side are not talking to each other. They're not synchronized. We're not functioning to a maximum capacity. And so really to correct that, well, to address the symptoms of that, which would be lack of sleep, dreaming when you sleep, low energy, problems with healing. I think that's the big one, problems with healing, especially if you have someone that's been patching and they're like, this just isn't working. Well, there's a couple things to that, and I have a blog that I'll be posting about that tonight, but it could be the fact that they are out of balance and they just don't realize it and they don't know it. So I think a thing to encourage them to do is to try this protocol of one of the 4 locations over the course of 2 weeks to see how they're feeling after the 14 days. I think go ahead.
I was going to say another thing is trauma.
Oh, yes.
Whether it's physical, emotional, mental, can put havoc on the body. If you are more of an anxious person or experience that state of panic at times, that is because of that heightened nervous system, which makes you in that fight or flight.
Yes,
which then we'll say puts pressure on the vagus nerve, which you might experience some digestive issues. So there's not just necessarily
one thing.
There's a lot that stress and havoc and fight or flight does a tremendous side effects on our body.
Yeah, it takes a tremendous toll on our body. It sure does. It absolutely does. Do you have any other patches that you use this brain balancing protocol with, or do you primarily always go with Eon?
So Eon is my go-to. Of course, I was out of Eon. So I have used Ice Wave, the white patch, as well as Energy Enhancer, the white patch.
Okay.
But I'm sure any white patch would probably do if you were in that.
Because I think Nirvana. Like
Nirvana might be able to.
If I don't have Eon or X39, Nirvana is my next go-to because of all the wonderful things.
Yeah, you'll have to try give it a try. I've had the Ice Wave on hand and Energy Enhancer, so that's what I've used in place of Eon.
I will definitely
try their Nirvana and see how you go.
Will do.
Are you,
so I'm gonna put
balance right now.
Oh,
did you?
No, I'm not.
Put a Nirvana on. Put a Nirvana.
Oh, and test to see if it balances. No, I'm putting the Eon back on because I already ripped the thing off it and I'm going to sleep with it on anyway. All right. So that was just kind of to recap. For those that are new, I really wanted to share with you, again, the story of Grammy, because I'll tell you, her testimony is amazing and she just continues to get better every day. She's an amazing person. So this is Grammy. She lives with us. I care for her. We care for her. We all care for her. The picture on the left was her 90th birthday. And I had to go through and try to find a picture because we didn't take before pictures, because we're patching Grammy for pain. We're patching her for her fibromyalgia pain. That was the big reason that we wanted to patch her, because I don't think I lasted more than 2 or 3 weeks before I was like, Graham, I have to patch you. I feel so amazing. I have to patch you. So the pictures here, the big thing with her is she had an ischemic event about 50 years ago, which is basically she had a stroke in her eye. She had a migraine that was so severe, and she just lost the vision in her left eye. And it got to the point where the eye doctor was they tried to help with glasses and they tried to do all these things, but this was her vision. She could only see this little tiny little bit out of the bottom of her right eye. She really couldn't see much at all. So the doctor told her, it's almost, you would have been better if you had been blind. So she lived with her vision like this and managed for 55 years. Her brain did a lot of making up for things, especially when she was reading a book. So here she is after 4 months. And I will tell you, she does not patch where you're supposed to patch. So that's a great segue into the fact that, yes, we do have these booklets. We do have all of these guides from LifeWave of where to put the patches. Grammy can reach here and here. So she puts an X39 here. She puts an E on here because she has terrible shoulders from falls that she had last year that we were not able to follow up with a doctor about, unfortunately, because she is homebound. But X39, E on for the pain. Lo and behold, she's starting to see again. And the reason we knew this was because she, my stupid eye, that stupid eye I have, she's trying to read her book. And that stupid eye kept going over the book bind. It's always stayed in its lane on this side. So the fact that it was trying to read over the center bind of the book was annoying. It's just another stupid thing that you have to get used to with your stupid eye as you get old. And we're like, wait a minute, you can see better? She's like, well, yeah. I'm out. You don't just get better as you age, Graham. Like, we don't just start healing just because, And I said, Grammy, it's got to be the stem cells. Well, I mean, and here she goes. She continues to have better vision. Now, it's not perfect. It's blurry, but she can see shapes. So her brain is compensating for that with the left eye, so she can see who everybody is and what's going on, as she always has. But she just has so much more context and color now. So she's so excited about that. Let's see. And the other things I just wanted to share with you real quick, especially for those that are new. Where did that other page go? Nope, not that one. 2 away. Close, close, close. I mean, I closed it. I must have closed it. No, I didn't. There it is. Oh, perfect. Share. This is why people have assistants to help them. I do not have an assistant. This is just me. So,
Well, if you lived closer.
I know, right? So here we have, this is the Facebook page that I made just to have general context out for people to follow. I post all kinds of stuff in it. I share as much as I can in there. Anyone is welcome to take anything that they see in here and share. Make sure you throw your link on it and just share the image, because it's there. We need it to be duplicatable and repeatable and easy for people to use. So please feel free to share anything that I share. Please take it. It's yours. Learn to Patch. This is another great website to share. It's a learning, great for prospects. This is the videos at the beginning. And I like this. I created this because I was sick of going into the site and having to go to each individual patch. I just wanted to see them all. I wanted to see all the patches and I wanted to see what they did. And if you click on the images themselves, it will bring up the product sheet about it, which talk about the locations and basically sum up what you just saw on the website. So this is going to be updated here at some point. I went through and added, I have a sheet for that. I went through and added the points for all of these. So that, for example, X39, this is the new sheet that'll come up. I'm sorry? Where was that? I didn't hear what you said.
Where is it? Is it in the Facebook group that we can get to it, or?
This is just Learn to Patch. LearnToPatch.com. This was just a website that I created.
Oh,
That
okay.
was easy reference. So the website, each of the ones you click on will take you to the product sheet. So you can easy download them and print them out. I will be updating this. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but it will be soon with this new, oh, that's why you didn't see it, because the share was at the other one. There you go. There is it shared now. LearnToPatch.com. This was just a general site I made for everyone to use, anyone to use, just to have the information out there. I go to this site often because I'll say, where do I put that patch? I forgot where they recommended. I'll jump to this website real quick. I'll click on glutathione and go, oh, right, those are the locations. The QR code won't be there anymore. It's just going to have the acupressure points that'll be called out. So if you're giving this to clients or prospects or whomever, you can say, I wear it on, you know, GV14 or whatever the different points are that you want to let them know that you wear the patches at. So it's easier to explain the pictures to people. So this is just learntopatch.com. It gives you information about what stem cells are, the different LifeWave patches. And then, so the team that I've created to kind of have an umbrella is patching partners. So you can send people here and tell them, you know, they go back to you. If I've sent people here, they can message me, but this is really geared for you guys to share or you guys to reference. The other one.
The other thing which will be nice when you add those actual points under the pictures
Yes.
is if those, not only do I patch and use the points, but I do a lot of protocols.
Right.
So now this is a quick reference to, oh, okay, that's where LV3 is, versus getting on Google and like trying to figure it out yourself, what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Or find and act your little doubt that you had at first.
Sure.
This is it'll be really good.
Right. And just at the bottom, we'll say want to order, you know, contact the person that gave you the sheet or told you about LifeWave. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And it's got all of the different parts called out. Because, you know, oh, I wear it on my knee. I wear it below my knee. Well, that's ST36. So if they don't know what it is, they can Google it, ST36, and a lot of images come up right off the bat. Boom, ST36 right there. 3 mile point. That's where I like my energy enhancers personally.
Or those of us who love to learn more about meridians and what it actually is doing.
Sure, sure. So I will update the site so that when you click on those different pictures on Learn to Patch, you will see the acupoints below, called out below each of the images. So I'll update that for you. The other site is Patching Partners. Just a team that I created to, you know, try to have an umbrella for everybody, to try to put everything in a place. I don't know that I'm finding a great success with that, but I'm doing the best that I can. So here are also those same downloads that you can download yourself. So when I sample, I include these sheets with my samples that I send to people, because I find that the little booklets that they give you, which I had a ton of them here earlier, the little booklets that they give you, they just don't. Great, they tell you where to go, but that's it. They don't give you much more in the way of information. They tell you locations, go to this page, wear it for 12 hours, put it on clean skin, and that's it, unless you need it for all the different languages. So I tend to put that product sheet in when I do sampling for people so that it's easier. They get not only information about it, but where to put it on the same sheet. The other one is I have a YouTube channel. And so there is a YouTube channel for LifeWave corporate. and that's where they put all of their training on, but it's not only their training, but it's in every single language. And I find you've got to really scroll through. So I actually took the time one day and I bookmarked them, I guess, and I put them on this playlist on my YouTube channel. And I just called it corporate webinars. These are all the ones in English that they have. And these are ones most of them are with David. I think there might be one or two that aren't, but I'm pretty sure most of them are with David. He does it. I think it's the first Wednesday of every month. He kind of showcases something. Last month, here's this one, which was the heart health for the month of February. So you can catch that on there. So I go and put those on there for people that need that link. So this was just my personal one that I made so I could have order samples. So people can order samples from me. Any questions? Does anyone have any questions?
No, but how do I find your on YouTube?
Patching Partners. At Patching Partners?
I'm looking right now for Patching
Yeah.
Part.
At Patching Partners.
There you are with your little PP logo.
PP logo.
Subscribe. Yep.
So a lot of what I put in here are the videos. I always record these videos so that people can go back and recap on them. I had Monica on one Sunday night. She was great to have on. That's on there too. I also have different playlists that are set up ready for Nirvana, I don't know all the specific ones. I have my Zoom chats. I've got the X39. I've got the business part of that. See, because I'm logged in, so I can see everything. And apparently my kids have one on here too. Little kid videos. There is one that I did that you guys, for everyone that's new, if you want to take a look at, it's called Preferred Customers. Let me show you that one. So this explains our Preferred Customer Program. The Preferred Customer Program is a great program. I have a lot of people that come in initially with the Preferred Customer Program because you get free patches every month. So you get glutathione, Eon, Silent Night. I don't think it's Carnosine, another one. And then you get your choice of one of those sleeves in addition to a free sleeve of X39 at the end of your 6 months. So I get a lot of people that start out like that just because of the awesome the deal. So there's a YouTube on how to do that with the preferred customers on that YouTube page. Any other questions? So Megan, how are you doing? How are you doing with patching?
Great.
You test every day though. You do your own muscle testing and you test your body for what patches you need to wear that day.
Yep. So right now I can actually wear 4 patches at a time. So it's taken me
for
4
those
months.
that don't know, explain how you started with the patches and how sensitive you were.
I started with X39 and Eon briefly because I had sinus. That night, I took X39 off and put Eon on the back of my neck. And a crazy shift happened. And I just learned the reason why. So if you guys feel this, if you put Eon on GV14,
yeah,
correct?
Yeah.
G7, and you feel off, some of us can't wear it there. So take it off and you can put it right here on your thymus point. I just saw that in a video. Now it makes sense to me what happened. But anyways, X39 I was up for 2 days straight. It gave me so much energy that I haven't had in a long time, but also my body was detoxifying as well, getting rid of all that stress in my body that needed to go anyways. So I balanced out with the energy, but all I did was I would wear X39 one day, SP6 the other day. Eventually, I was able to wear Eon too. So it's either Eon and SP6 or Eon and X39. Then it was the three of them. And probably in this last month, I have added X49
Oh,
to it. So I wear those 4 patches, not every day. And I definitely have noticed a change, I would say, in more stamina in my body, not as sore.
oh yeah.
So I went for a walk. Those who know me know that I have head, shoulder, knees, and toes and a horrible low back. So exercise has always been difficult, but I've noticed some changes going on with
Nice.
adding that X49 into my regimen. So I'm excited to continue to move forward with that. Like, I have energy, but it's that muscle and endurance that I'm starting to notice.
The muscle and endurance, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I too have been feeling that. I've for those that don't know, I started patching because I had terrible knees. They were arthritic knees that the orthopedic told me were 60. I'm 43, so I'm not allowed to have knee surgery until I'm much older. And not that I really want it, but they said, oh, well, we've got this stem cell thing we can do, and it's not covered by insurance and costs thousands of dollars. I'm like, yeah, we're going to pin that for later. So I found the patches about 2 or 3 months later. My sister-in-law found them and brought them to me, and she said, I found these patches that make stem cells. I said, say no more. And I turned around. I said, where do you want it? Here? Yeah, here you go. Put it on. So since then, before I was patching, I could not pedal a bike. I went to a PT place and I was trying to do PT, and I just couldn't make the bike go without excruciating pain in my right knee. And I had to stop. So here I am. I've been patching for 6 months. I started back in PT in January. I am kicking it. I am kicking it at PT. I love it. I go 3 days a week. I've gained so much strength. I kick it out in the little elliptical, 6 minutes. I knock out a half a mile in my 6 minutes on the little elliptical. I feel great. I feel amazing. I can't believe how great I feel, considering where I was this time last year. And so I had my heart stress echo recently done because I failed a stress test back in November. Whole long story with all of this, but turns out I'm on the thing because I've been working out, just doing more physically. So I'm on the thing, and I'm hooked up to all these whatevers. And I'm going and going. I'm like, you guys, if you need to get my heart rate up, you got to kick it up a notch. Like, come on, let's go. Let's do this. And I found out after that the gentleman that was there was like, in all my years, I've done this. I have never had a patient tell the doctor to kick it up a notch. And the doctor did. He went right in and clicked the button, and the whole thing went up and went faster. And I'm like, all right, now we're cooking. He's like, well, how 1 to 10, how hard are you working right now? I was like, oh, maybe like a 7 or 8. So my heart's great. Just so you know, my heart's wonderful. Plumbing's great. No major blockages, no thing. And he said, why are you here? And I said, well, because I failed my stress test. And he was like, those are maybe 40% accurate. Well, thanks for the added stress for the last few months as I waited for the stress echo. But anyway, so that's all done and awesome. And I agree with you, because my legs and my recovery from my knees from just walking, the extra stuff that I've been doing, I just found that so fast.
Yeah, you can definitely feel like you recover.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So Mom, you're on here. How you doing with your patching? How you feeling? We'll ask her to unmute. Is she
You
there?
spoke to me now. I have to mute. I unmuted.
There you go.
Fine. We're doing our usual.
Yeah.
I do agree with Megan in terms of the a couple of the patches I've read things have said, don't use them all 7 days, usually only 5 days, and then do it. So I can certainly understand that idea is out there. I haven't really tried it, but I think, that might be something I'd like to try.
Do you take a break during the week, Mom, at all from the patches?
Only if I forget and
Oh.
it gets too late in the day, but for the most part, no. But it depends on what I'm actually, sometimes I have other patches on too, so thank you.
Well,
Right.
you read here about the carnosine and the glutathione, which talk about wearing them for 3 to 5 days.
Right.
So it only makes sense to, with the X39 and the X49 too,
Mhm.
to let your body repair, recover, whatever it has to do on the inside.
Keep going.
How's dad doing with the patches with his leg?
I have trouble with him in terms of pain. And I was going to talk to you about that in terms of nerve stuff. He doesn't think that the pain patches work especially well if it's a nerve related thing.
Have you tried
it's-
the whole body, we'll call it whole body pain protocol?
I don't think so.
Because that is the umbrella for those with neuropathy, fibromyalgia.
You're talking about the bottom of the foot, right? The K1?
So it's a protocol. Let me find it.
Because I know the whole body patching, they people tend to say Eon on the back of the neck or X39 on the back of the neck, and energy enhancers or ice wave on K1, which is the ball of your foot, that right middle point of your foot.
So it is. Step 1 is ice wave on the bottom of your feet.
Okay.
An Eon on GV14. Glutathione, you're going to put on the point below the belly button.
Okay.
And then you wait. If the pain is still there, you're going to add another set of ice wave to the wrist, which is lung 9.
Yeah, I think that's here. Again, you can Google it, L9.
Yep. And then if the pain is still there, you move it up to the forearm on pericardium 6, which Kate, you have all those pictures. Are you writing it down?
I'm writing this down for her. So we've got Eon, the back of the neck, GV14, glutathione below the belly button, ice wave on K1 at the bottom of the feet, and then additional pain, still pain, another ice wave, additional ice wave on, what did you say, L9?
Lung 9.
Lung 9.
You're going to start there. And then you're going to move, if the pain is still there, you're going to move to the pericardium 6 point.
Okay.
If the pain is still there, you're going to move it to the inner elbow, which is H3. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that's heart 3.
Part 3, yeah.
And then step 5, if it's still there, you're going to move it to triple warmer 15, which is in the shoulder area.
All right. I'll work with them on that because I want to use this on Grammy too when she has a fibromyalgia flare up.
Yeah. Now I find if it is a muscular pain, if they've been very effective, and I got the spot located and did the clock thing around it. But this neuropathy the other day, no matter what I did, it didn't really help.
And he still wears X39, right?
He wears X39 and X49 all the time. We do both of them all the time.
Yeah.
And he might be out of balance. That's what I'm wondering too.
I would do that test too, because here there was a video 12 years ago that there's a video that David Schmidt shared 12 years ago with him working with a neurosurgeon on neuropathy.
Yeah.
That
sounds good.
yes. So it actually is called neurogenesis, actually occurred while they were using X39.
Cool.
Neurogenesis was the name of it?
Neurogenesis is what occurred. So basically what that means is that the body was able to regrow and form new peripheral nerves.
Pretty cool.
Well, and I think my dad's actually been doing that, because didn't you say something that he felt like he was wearing a sock the other day?
But some of the, some of the time, the problem is there's no consistency. And,
Right.
and so it makes it hard to know what to try and what not to try. But anyway, yeah.
I
And
would give
so-
that a try.
Yeah, it sounds like that would be an option. Well, I was thinking about the nerves because he definitely said there's a difference between it being a muscular thing and a nerve thing. So okay. And again, the ice wave has worked very well if it's a muscular thing, but when it's been this, or it might also be gout. He sometimes gets gout and never knows what he's got. So I tell you, he got so many things. It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's a patching protocol for gout.
Yeah, we can look
There
that
is.
one up.
He'll have patches everywhere else. And you know what? He is so rough on things. Like he'll walk along and he'll scuff them right off. So I have to put like a Band-Aid over it and tape over it to keep it even on him, because he rolls over and off he rips it.
You know what I found? The best tape. You know how you can reapply with medical tape that you can buy at Walmart?
Right.
Recently, I ran to the Family Dollar and I bought their generic brand.
Uh-huh. And it's
It
better.
is so sticky that I have a hard time peeling it off the patch when I'm done.
Well, I was going to say, I've been finding that the Band-Aids, I wish they had stick them all the way from one end to the other. He doesn't need the stuff in the middle, but the
Yes.
Band-Aid part of it, he has not managed to, get rid of that. So,
Yeah.
but I put the piece of tape on him. It's almost like he's got oil in his skin or something, and that it just won't stick. And then he touches it and it rolls right off. And I'm finding it laying on the floor someplace. And, okay, that was really good.
And also, if you don't wear your patches for the full allotted 12 to 24 hours and you want to reuse them, if you've only used it for 4 or 5 hours and you've taken it off, you can just reapply it with a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
If you're in the shower and it falls off, you can just reapply it with a Band-Aid. I've put them through the test, so I don't usually lose them.
I found that when I take them off, like if I'm wearing a Nirvana for a tournament or something where I'm all stressed out, I write how much time is left on the patch. I just put a little, when I write on the paper, I'll write 4 hours. And then I know that next time I want 4 hours worth of that one, I put it on.
I also tend to restick them back to their sleeves.
Yeah.
They come off easier and they are still sticky to put back on. At least that's what I find. So if I do take them off before they're a lot of time, I restick them back on the sleeves themselves.
Yeah.
Great. Anyone else have any other questions?
No.
Jump over.
Yeah, I had wanted to know, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me,
I
Kate?
can hear you. Hi.
Okay. Hey, I had a couple questions. So what are you referring to, say, like EV14? How do we know what you're referring to spots, like in the back of your neck? You called them like G something?
Mm-hmm. So those are acupuncture points. So GV14 is governing vessel 14, which is also what they say, where they say to place them for C7, that right in the back of the neck. So
Okay.
a lot of times we say the acupuncture points, and they coincide with what the information is on the pamphlets. So here, I'll grab my glutathione again. So, we get our pamphlets and they say the different spots that they recommend. Now, these were spots that were tested in their studies, and they found the most benefit from these different locations for the specific patch. The yellow is the glutathione. So I will tell you from experience that you don't need to put them on their specific spots. You can put them on points of pain. You can put them directly on any spot that you want. And you can even just be intuitive with it to say, well, this hurts, let's add this. So when we talk about different acupuncture points, it's just to help people find a location to put them, because using that meridian system throughout your body, really, the meridian system is 300 times faster than our nervous system. So it just sends signals so quickly. In fact, I was doing a knee protocol for myself the other day, and I put carnosine on the outside of my knee. in the upper part of my knee. And then I put I put Eon on the inside. It felt like I was having stim on my knee. It was wild. And I almost took them off. But I was doing a triangle shape. So when I put the Carnosine on and the Eon, it was shooting back and forth between the two. It was like, bzz, 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 bzz. Like I just hooked up to a machine. It was wild. I added the glutathione. It stopped, but I did feel kind of like a swirling. Much like I did on my neck when I did the triple, there's a thyroid protocol you can do, and you put one on each side of your neck and one in the middle. And when I did that one for the first time, I felt this swirling, no electrical feeling, but a swirling, a build of pressure, and then it dissipated. So the energy that moves in our bodies is just fascinating. So when we talk about points, it's just easier to tell people the acupuncture points. Sorry, went off on a tangent there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions, like what protocol would you do for this? What protocol would you do for this? But maybe the easiest thing to do would be, for me personally, is if you showed me like walking through your website and like, how do you access those protocols? Or is it just through the link that you gave us, the what's it? learnpatch.com. Is that where all the protocols are?
Well, right now, the protocols that I have are just in a blog. I plan to move them to Learn to Patch because I think that's the best location for them, in a very nondescript site that just has information. So I do plan to move them there. You're just gonna have to give me some time to do that, but I'm happy to help you with any protocols that you need specifically between now and then.
Okay. I can tell you there would be like eczema and menopause. And if you want to just like send me the links, I can tell you what my email address is. I think there's a bit of a delay, so I'm really sorry if I'm talking over you, by the way.
Nope, I was just waiting for it to come through. There's a little delay, but I was working with it. So
Don't you have on the Facebook the image of the eczema?
I don't know.
I couldn't hear you. Were you talking to me?
You know what I'm talking about? You had, there was a picture eczema.
Hold on.
I'm looking on my phone to see, because they listed the protocol right on the image. And
I don't know if I have that. I'll email you. And I'll tell you from experience, start with X39 on the back of the neck and SP6 on SP6. I would start with those. I mean, there are so many protocols out there, but also what I've learned from Grammy, 90 years old, not patching in the right spot at all. They don't have to be in a specific spot. So it's really the combination of patches. So the X39 is going to address skin issues and eczema because a lot of that goes to the gut as well. So I would start with that and SP6. Those are the two I would wear every day if it was me. Because I'm perimenopausal, and when I first started, things were just crazy. And I did X39 and SP6. Those were my first maybe month and a half, 2 months, and then I added in X49, and then I added in, and now I patch all kinds of things all the time.
I just sent you the picture.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, you guys. I think I have to hop off and start making dinner and whatnot, but I'm super excited. Thank you so much for the info. I noted all of it down.
Excellent. I have the email. I have the link here.
Oh, actually.
Yep.
Have you heard of boards? BOARDS.
I have not. Going to Google.
It's a brilliant thing that I just learned about. And basically what it does is, you know how you can access different keyboards on your smartphone? So boards is, you put information in there in your own boards. such as all of this information. Because you know how we're constantly trying to like copy and paste something from like, over here into a text message with somebody. So boards enables you to do that without having to jump over to different apps, if you will, in your phone and copy this, bring it back over here. So boards, you just bring up the keyboard on your phone, click on the little dot at the bottom, and then it actually has all of the links and verbiage and everything, pictures, anything you want. And it's shareable. So if you were to make a board case, you share it with whomever.
That's awesome. I'm going to
It
look
is
into that. Boards. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well,
All
and
right.
it's getting to be that
Thanks,
time of night. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining and learning about brain balancing. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to reach out. And we'll see you all later. Have a wonderful evening. Great week.
You too?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome.
I gotta go.
Peace.